welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I have a reading vlog. It's a long one because I decided to drive myself crazy and spin a random number generator wheel to determine how many hours I read for each day of the week. I drove myself insane doing this because I got some high numbers while working a full-time job. So if you want to see the chaos, just keep watching this video. I have a very strange arrangement of genres, everything from thriller to horror comedy to transgressive fiction to poetry, you name it, I got it. So stick around for those reviews. But before we go ahead and get started, I just want to quickly thank Rose Forever New York for partnering with me on today's video. Rose Forever is a New York-based rose brand launched in 2019. They preserve roses with natural oils, so that way the roses last for at least 1 year, and then they are handcrafted, so there's tons of different styles and bouquets available on their website. Then I do have a box here that I wanted to show you. So this is their black marble box. It just has Rose Forever New York on the front, and when you pop the top off, I got their light pink arrangement, and I love these so much. They are so beautiful. Absolutely obsessed. I love light pink. I love roses, and the smell, they smell just like freshly picked roses. They do pop a little bit of scent on there, so that way they still smell like fresh roses. They are so pretty. I absolutely love them so much. Like I said, they have tons of different arrangements and colors and styles on their website, so definitely check them out. I will have a link in the description box down below, and for the next 30 days, they are offering my audience, aka you guys, $25 off your next order using the code MEG25. So like I said, that code is valid for the next 30 days. So if you find something that you love on their website, make sure to use my code. Thank you so much, Rose Forever New York, for partnering with me on today's video, and let's jump ahead into the vlog. Good morning. It's Sunday morning. I just woke up. Like literally just woke up, rolled out of bed. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Sundays are not heavy reading days for me. I'm probably gonna, I have to meal prep. I'm probably gonna go to the farmer's market, and then I usually will go to my dad's house for a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. I'm praying for a low number for today. I'm nervous. 1! Look at that. I was praying for a low number today. Manifestation. So I have to read for 1 hour today. And I'm kind of in the middle of this book here, I Can Be a Better You by Taryn Fisher. And that's a thriller, which I really like. So far I'm only on page 10. An Exploration of Existential Indifference and a Void of Confidence, or Good Boy, a novel by Gavin Dillinger. This is horror comedy. I'm only 20 some pages into this. So I think I'm gonna go read for an hour and then get ready and do everything that I need to do. This was perfect because Sundays are not heavy reading days for me. So I'm gonna read for an hour and get back to you. Okay, so my timer is at 0. I was reading the book I Can Be a Better You by Taryn Fisher. I managed to get to page 63, so I read 53 pages the last hour, pretty good. So this is a thriller. It's like this woman is trying to steal this other woman's life, like I said. So she's obsessed with this little girl, this little 2-year-old girl, because she thinks that her soul is the soul from her miscarried baby. Yeah, so she becomes obsessed with the mom because she wants to steal her life, take her husband and her kid. She's very mentally ill, mentally unstable, and terrible. Her inner dialogue is just absolutely horrible. The things that she says about other people, especially other women, oh my gosh. So she's a really shitty, unlikable character, and basically she buys the house next door and starts befriending them, and this couple is cringy. I don't know. I like it so far. I have a feeling I know where this is going, which would be like very basic thriller territory, but I'm hoping that it does something to like shock me. But I like it so far. It's not bad. So we'll see where this goes. Like I said, I have to go get ready now and like do a bunch of things. Okay, so it's still Sunday. I just got back from the farmer's market, ate lunch. I'm dreading meal prepping for some reason. I'm making vegetable curry and I just made a whole batch of rice so far, but I'm like dreading the rest for some reason. But I was gonna go to my dad's, like I said, but he's not feeling well. So I'm actually staying home today and I have way more free time on my hands than I originally thought. And so I had the lovely idea. I'm already making up my own rules for this video. Tomorrow's Monday. I go back to work tomorrow, so I just had a week off from my surgery. So I know tomorrow's gonna be a really heavy work day with like emails and phone calls, and I'm gonna be so far behind and lost and confused. And so I'm not gonna be like reading, I'm gonna be working. So my thought is I'm going to spin for tomorrow, and then I'm going to read more today and count that towards tomorrow's time, if that makes sense. Because if I get like 6 hours, there's no way I'm gonna do it tomorrow. So I'm just gonna count it towards my reading time for tomorrow. Okay, I'm spinning. I don't really care what it lands on because it doesn't matter. Yeah, see, it's a high number. So I got 5 hours for tomorrow. So whatever I read today, I'm gonna subtract from the 5 hours. Okay, so I just read for another like hour and 20 minutes or so. I think I have like 3 hours and 40 minutes left towards tomorrow. Got to page like 139 so far, and I really like this so far. It's just a straightforward, easy thriller. It's a little on the slower side, which I do prefer with my thrillers. But this is definitely an unhinged woman book. This woman is so unhinged. The things that she is doing to insert herself into this woman's life, like she is not well. But so far I really enjoy it. It's just an easy read. It's kind of what I've been needing right now. Nothing like super crazy or twisty has happened yet. It does still feel a little bit predictable, but I am enjoying it and I'm enjoying myself and what I'm reading. So hopefully I should finish this by tomorrow because I still have 3 hours and 40 minutes left to read. So I'm hoping to finish this up because I think I have like 160 some pages left. So yeah, I will let you know if I read more later today and how much I get through tomorrow. Hello, it's Monday. Ugh. I'm back at work. I'm already very flustered. I'm very tired of this. I've seen enough. Lots of stress this morning, but I'm finally like caught up with things. And yeah, I waited to vlog because I was so flustered this morning and I was like, I do not want to project this. Between last night and this morning before work, I got my time down to 1 hour and 52 minutes. I'm on page 245. I still like this. I only have like 50 pages left. It is predictable. It's enjoyable, but predictable. Like we're getting the POV from all 3 people now. Like we get a POV section from each of them and like, I don't know. We'll see where it goes. It's a very slow book, but I mean, I like it. Just, I don't know if I'm obsessed with it, but look at that. My work day's over and I just finished my technically 5 hours total of reading today, 6 hours within the last 2 days, and I finished I Can Be a Better You, and then I got 99 pages into this book. So I Can Be a Better You, I ended up giving 3 stars. I liked it. It was just a quick, easy, enjoyable thriller. It was more like drama. I think once we got the POVs of the husband and wife, it was just very predictable to me. Like, if you read thrillers, this is very predictable. And I almost felt like we already knew everything that was going on from the unhinged stalker. So it was almost like felt like I was just waiting for these other characters to catch up what we kind of already knew or could imply. So I didn't think the second half was all that thrilling or exciting. There weren't like a ton of twists, but I still overall enjoyed it. I think if you're looking for like a slow burn drama thriller that doesn't have tons and tons of twists, I would check this one out. I recommend it. It was enjoyable. I gave it 3 stars. And then I was able to get 99 pages into Good Boy, a Novel. And this book is horror comedy. So you're following this guy who moves into a house. He didn't know anything about it. He just was like, yeah, whatever. He saw this house online, just bought it. And turns out there's a portal to hell in the bedroom. And so these like creatures and people from hell just like pop up out of the bedroom and cause all of this chaos. So I do like this so far. I think it's cute. I think it's funny. It's silly. The main thing that I love about this book is Munch, the dog. So there is this like hellhound. So this dog from hell like pops up and becomes his companion and helps him throughout all these situations that keep happening. And I freaking love this dog so much. He's just like a cute little spooky guy and I love him. And if anything happens to that dog, so help me God, okay? I will be so upset. So you know me, you guys know me, I love dogs so much. Like, dogs are just my favorite thing in the world. So if you love dogs, this might be a book for you. There is a lot going on. Like, it's pretty plot heavy, you know, like things just keep happening. Like every chapter, there's just some dilemma that keeps happening. And you know, I am more of like a slower burn character driven reader. So this isn't typically the thing that I go for a lot of the times. Like I like those books where I get to sit inside of a character's head. It's just like a fun, silly book for when you don't want to read anything too heavy. So I am looking forward to finishing this. I will probably read a little bit more tonight. I have some chores to do and I'll probably binge watch reality TV. I've been watching Perfect Match and I started watching Dated and Related. I realized that I never watched that show. Both are just completely ridiculous and I can't stop watching. So that's probably what I'm gonna do all night. And then I will be back in the morning to spin the wheel again and hopefully finish this one up tomorrow. Hey Snow, look, this book is dedicated to you. You see that? Because you're a good girl. Good morning. It's 6 a.m. on Tuesday. Please don't look at me. I have been up since 4:45 in the morning scrubbing piss and shit off the floor because my dog started going on the floor again, which she usually does when she has a UTI. And I'm like, oh my God, don't tell me she has a UTI again, because she has been she's been getting UTIs chronically all the time. All the time. Every like few months she gets a UTI and I don't know what to do. The vet is not telling me what to do. Whatever. Okay. I also broke out into a huge rash from my bandage on my incision, which is not getting taken off for another like 10 days or whatever, 9 days when I go see my doctor. So I ordered hydrocortisone cream from DoorDash at 5 a.m. This is the state of my life right now. We're just gonna spin the goddamn wheel. Where's the wheel? I can't even find it. Where's the wheel? I swear to God, if this is a high number, I'm just gonna literally scream at the top of my lungs. I don't even wanna look. I'm stressed today. 6. Are you kidding me? hours today. Better go get started. Like, ugh. Oh man, I don't know if you can see my time. My camera has such a bad problem with autofocusing lately. It's gotten really, really bad. I just have a very ancient camera and like nothing I do will fix it. I also have a huge glare on my glasses, but I refuse to take them off because I look like someone that has been up since 4:45 a.m. cleaning up poop. That's what I look like right now. I don't know if you can see this because my autofocus is poop, but I got my time down to 3 hours and 55 minutes. I read for 2 hours this morning. I finished this book. Let's talk about it quick because I have work to do. So I really liked the first half of this book. It was cute, it was silly, it was funny. I love the dog so much. And my thoughts on that haven't changed. The second half, I'm not so sure. The second half felt a little jumbled to me. Like, instead of, I feel like the actual, like, idea of this book is very solid. And obviously I love the fucking dog. How many times can I say that? But I feel like this had a lot of different little things going on. It was constantly like this thing happens and then that thing happens and then this thing happens and then all these little dilemmas happening. And I feel like it would have been more solid if there was just like one major problem that happened and then these little like side things happening along the way to solve the bigger problem, if that makes sense. I just felt like there were too many little things like constantly going on and it kind of got jumbled in the second half. And also the main character was just a jumbled mess. And like it was definitely done on purpose because it was just supposed to be funny and he's supposed to be like that and he goes on these long tangents and he's very like airheaded and he's supposed to be like that. Like it was definitely done on purpose. For me, it kind of took me out of the story because it was like something was going on and then he would just have these like jumbled thoughts. Like he would get like sidetracked by things. And so there was a lot of like random little tangents kind of thrown in there that just kind of like took me out of the story. So yeah, overall, I did give this book 3 stars. I did still like it. I liked the premise. I loved the dog. I thought it was just like a silly, goofy book, you know? Nothing too serious. This is on Kindle Unlimited if you're interested, but yeah. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna start Invisible Monsters by Chuck Palahniuk next because you guys have been begging me to read this book because I said I haven't read it and you guys were like, oh my god, that's my favorite book ever. So I definitely made a mental note to put this one in a vlog. So I think I'm gonna start this one next and I'm gonna get some work done and then update you on my 4-hour-long journey I still have left for today. Oh my god, if I get 6 hours every day, I'm literally gonna cry. Good morning. It's Wednesday. I never checked in with you again yesterday because I failed. I had 1 hour and 6 minutes left on the timer. I did not accomplish what I needed to. Reading for 5-6 hours, did I get 6? Whatever, is so much when you're working full time. This is a video that you film like when you don't have a full-time job. So I have to add 1 hour and 6 minutes onto whatever time I get today. If it's another high number, I will actually jump out the window right now. I'm just saying, my life is in this wheel's hands right now. But I did get halfway through Invisible Monsters by Chuck Palahniuk yesterday, and what the fuck is this book? This is nuts. This is about a woman who, I don't even know how to explain this book. It's about a woman who is like a fashion model and she gets shot. She gets into an accident one day and her face is all deformed and she doesn't have a jaw. Her jaw is like hanging open. my 6 o'clock alarm. Her jaw's hanging open and she can't talk anymore. So that's that. And then she's like in the hospital and meets this woman named Brandy, who is a trans woman that she's like infatuated with. And they become friends, and Brandy's trying to like teach her to live in the moment and don't worry about what happened in the past, sort of a thing. And there's a lot of other weird things going on, and this book is told in like, it jumps. He'll literally say like jump to when, like every paragraph, and it's all out of order. So it's like you're getting bits and pieces of her life, and you get to know Brandy, and you get to know her fiance that she had, and then you get to know Brandy's significant other, and it's just like, and her parents. It's just wild. But you get to know all this information like out of order. So it'll tell you one thing, and then it'll be like jump to, you know, before the accident when this happened, and then jump to this. It's just all over the place. So you almost have to like piece together what the hell is happening. I don't even know what the hell is happening. Like, it's so hard to explain this book, but I like it so far. It's different from anything I've ever read. It's well written. It's weird. It's crazy. I can't wait to see where this goes, but I mean, I am enjoying it. Am I obsessed with it? No, probably not, but I'm still having a good time. So let's spin this stupid fucker. No, no, no. 5. I swear the world is conspiring against me. So now I have to read for 6 hours and 6 minutes today. I have chores to do. I have piles of dishes. This is nuts. This was the worst video idea in the fucking world. I'm so angry. I'm literally... Okay, so I read a ton this morning before starting work. I finished Invisible Monsters. What I did, I like sat down and read a little bit this morning, and I found that the audiobook was available on Libby through the library. So I finished it on audio while I was getting my chores done, and now I'm in a whole lot of pain because this is the first day that I've been like moving around and doing stuff. Oh, it hurts. So I got my timer down to 3 hours and 27 minutes for today. I loved this book. I loved it so much. And at the halfway mark, I was like, am I obsessed with this? No. Now I'm like, oh, I might be obsessed with this, but I'm not sure. Like, it's one of those books where it is so fucking wild that I can't believe someone thought of this and like actually put this together and wrote this in a way that was just so unique and brilliant and just completely batshit insane. I can't believe it, and I admire him so much for doing that. And it's one of those books where like while I was reading it, I might not have been obsessed with it, but now that I finished it, I keep thinking about it, and now I really want to go back and reread it. And that's exactly how I feel about all of Bret Easton Ellis's books. It's just one of those things where I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this, and then after I read it, I realize that I am obsessed with it. So this might be 5 stars. I really, really, really love this one. It's weird. It was unhinged. It was just... I don't even know how to explain this book or describe it. It's just like I said, and then, you know, she's infatuated with this Brandy who's trans, and then like she needs her help because she's trying to get revenge on her ex-best friend, like her ex-modeling best friend, and they go on these wild journeys together, but everything is told out of order. It's just really crazy once all the puzzle pieces start fitting together. I just absolutely love this one. It has so many great quotes too, and I kind of want to like just sit and reread this now. I don't know. I loved it. So yeah, I don't know what to read next. I literally grabbed a stack of books I have Parasocialite by Brittany Menjivar. This is a collection. This is short because this is a collection of like little poetry and vignettes and things like that. I'm kind of in like a sad girl lit fic mood. I have Post-Traumatic. I have Sorrow and Bliss. I also have Absorbed. Woo! By Kylie Whitehead. A bunch of people have been telling me I'm gonna love this one because it's similar to Boy Parts apparently. I also have this book by Judith Sonnet that she sent me, Shriekorama, which is just like general horror about this like movie theater. I don't know, it's super cute though. And then I also have The Sluts by Dennis Cooper, which I just read Closer by Dennis Cooper. I wasn't a huge fan. I really just didn't get the hype with that one, but I'm really excited to read this one because this one sounds more up my alley. So I don't know, we'll see. I have no idea what to read next. What do I read next? I don't know. Hello, it's actually Thursday morning. I didn't vlog yesterday because I have been going through medical stuff and mental stuff, and I was like, there's just no way I'm picking up a camera right now. So I just didn't feel like talking yesterday, but I also failed. I have 50 minutes left on the timer from yesterday, which I have to add on to today. 6 hours is just not possible. Like, I have shit to do, okay? But I did finish, actually read in its entirety, Parasocialite by Brittany Menjivar, and I loved this. So, this is very short, like I said, you know, it's like poetry and prose and little short stories and just a collection of things, and most of them have to do with parasocial relationships, aka one-sided relationships. Usually happens, you know, online or when someone is like obsessed with a celebrity or whatever, okay? It is a topic that I talk about a lot, especially being someone who is online and who puts themselves out there on YouTube. And yeah, so it's something that I talk about a lot. And also it's something that I talk about a lot in regards to authors too. I think there's a lot of people that like obsess over certain authors to the point where it's just a little bit too much. Like, I always talk about boundaries online, and I'm like, oh my god, people need to learn like how to have boundaries with other people. But yeah, so that's just like a topic that I've been ranting about lately. So I thought that this would be perfect for me to read, and it was. I absolutely loved it. Like, Brittany is so fucking talented, honestly. I'm not like shocked that this was good. I'm shocked that I liked it as much as I did because I'm not a huge poetry reader. I think I've only ever mentioned maybe like one, maybe two poetry books on this channel, and they were like forever ago. So, you know, I don't read a ton of it, and sometimes I'm not the best at like deciphering the meaning or coming up with my own meaning and formulating like what it means to me. There were a couple that I wasn't so sure about, but most of them I just overall really enjoyed this. This was so well written, so well written. And I think this is her debut. I also just loved how a lot of these stories had to do with social media. I feel like if you're around the same age as me, this will feel like you are just hanging out with a friend, chatting, talking about like a boy from Tinder or something. I don't know. This was so much fun. I loved this, and I would definitely read something from her in the future. So I guess it's time to spin the wheel. It's 7:30. I have a doctor's appointment today. The one that I've been using? Yeah, so I have a doctor's appointment today. I'm not working as long as I have been the rest of the week. I'm only working like 5 hours today, and then I have to go to the doctor. So I'll be a little more available today, but I would like to start editing this video. So we're just gonna spin and see what happens here, because I have to add 50 minutes on from yesterday. Okay, awesome. 2. Woo! Hallelujah. I got a break today. I got 2 hours. So 2 hours and 50 minutes, which is totally doable. I'm gonna go eat breakfast and read for a little bit, and then I have to start work. That's perfect, because then I can start getting this video up and edited, because it's going to take me forever. I think I'm going to start this book here, Absorbed by Kylie Whitehead. People have been telling me that this is similar to Boy Parts, which I'm obsessed with. So this is about this girl, Allison. She's been with this guy, Owen, since college. She feels like the only interesting thing about her is that she's Owen's girlfriend, but he's slipping away from her and she has no idea who she'll be without him. Panicking, she absorbs him, starts taking on his best qualities, and it says, will Allison ever be a whole person? Has to do with female insecurity, body horror, and modern relationships. I love that. So I'm really looking forward to reading this one. This is from the UK. I wasn't able to find a copy in the US. Like, you can find it, but they're from like weird third-party sellers. So I don't know if this is just like a UK book. I have no idea. I have like the weirdest arrangement of books, but yeah, I am going to go start this, and I'll get back to you later on today. Okay, so really quick update. I have about an hour and 20 minutes left for my time today. I got about 63 pages into Absorbed, and it's okay so far. I'm not obsessed with it yet. Like, I thought that I would be obsessed with this, and like, it's just okay. But we're following this girl who is obsessed with her boyfriend. It's kind of like a romantic obsession trope, and she notices, like, they've been together for 10 years, and she notices, you know, like, things aren't the same, and he's constantly like flirting with this other girl, and she knows that their relationship is kind of slipping away. So one night, while they're like making out or whatever, she literally absorbs him. Like, he is absorbed inside of her body. So now she is starting to develop his like good traits, and you know, she's constantly like, oh, I'm a terrible person, I, you know, think this about this person, and she starts developing like his good traits, and she starts learning kind of from him being inside of her. And then we get some backstory. Ow, I just fucked my nail up. And then we get some backstory to their relationship and to her life and his life. And then she's also wondering like, what the hell is going on, and why is he absorbed inside of her body, and how does she get him back? So that's what this book is. I don't understand the comparison to Boy Parts so far. Like, Eliza Clark even wrote a blurb on the back. It's nothing like that book. Also, it says that it's dark humor. So far, it's not humorous at all. It's just very much lit fic. And, I don't know. It's not sad so far. It's not, I don't know. It's just okay so far. Like, nothing is happening that's like keeping me super, super engaged, but I don't dislike it. So we'll kind of see where it goes. It really depends. This could get a lot better for me. But yeah, she's just very depressed, and she sees like qualities in other people that she wishes that she had, and quite literally tries to absorb them. So it's kind of like a metaphor for that. Like, she tries to take on the qualities that she admires in other people because she doesn't really feel like she has a purpose, or she just feels like she's a shitty person, basically. So it's kind of a play on that.
and how she just feels lost in life. And I think that's relatable to a lot of people. But yeah, it's okay so far. But yeah, I have to go feed all the animals, feed myself, shower, everything. And then I'm going to try to finish up my time tonight. And I'll probably get back to you tomorrow. I did have to schedule an impromptu doctor's appointment tomorrow morning. I have a rash and hives. So most of my day is going to be crazy. I probably won't get a chance to read a ton tomorrow, but I'm going to try my best.
Hey, so it's Friday morning. Real quick, I did finish my 2 hours and 50 minutes yesterday. I got to page 106 in this book, and like still it's okay. I don't feel super connected to the main character. Like, I don't know. I still don't understand why people are saying this is funny. It's very weird, but it's also like very slow, like literary fiction, kind of boring, I'm not gonna lie. And I only say it's kind of boring because I don't feel a connection to the main character. Usually, like, I don't mind if stuff's boring if I'm actually invested in the character and their life and what's going on, but like, I don't know. This one is just not quite hitting for me. And the story, the way that it's told, it's like, you know, we follow a little bit what's happening in present day, and then we follow like a story from the past, whether it's about her family, which, you know, she was adopted and her parents were involved in this like satanic cult or something. So she has some like secrets from her past that we learned about, and then we learn about the boyfriend's family or past or whatever, or we learn about their relationship together or her friendships. We learn like something about their life. It's like kind of panicking and telling people about it, but people think that she's nuts or that he's missing or whatever. And then they're like, have you called the cops? And she's like, nah. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Her actions sometimes just do not match up, and like I just don't feel all that connected to this story. So we'll see where this goes. But I have to spin the wheel really quick. I have a very busy day. I have to go to my doctor an hour and a half away. So I'm not really going to have time to read. I'm going to be driving for 3 hours and then I have to go to work. So let's spin this wheel. I know it's going to be something stupid. Oh, it's not. Thank God. Thank God. Stop. I got 1 hour. God bless. God bless. I could definitely knock 1 hour. Vlogging while working, I'm just convinced, is like the absolute worst. But anyways, I'm finishing up work. I did get my hour of reading in today. I went to my oncologist and I'm very pleased to officially announce that I do not have breast cancer. I don't. I've known this for about a week now, but I wanted to wait to say anything until I met with my doctor. But yeah, everything they found is benign. It was just like hormonal changes of like breast tissue, and I had like a benign tumor and a cyst, and there were a couple different things, but everything came back benign. I'm in horrible pain. I have a rash and hives everywhere, so he had to take the bandage off and take my stitches out early, and I am like extremely sore. This is as high as I can lift my arm right now. Horrible, and I'm itching. It's awful. But yeah, I'm very pleased that I don't have cancer. I just feel like, oh, thank God, one less thing to worry about. Thank you so much to anyone that like reached out and has been super kind to me, because I've been like really anxious and stressed, and I don't show it all that often, but it was really heavily weighing on me for a while. And like I said, I've been going through this breast cancer scare since January, and it's now June 14th that I officially found out I don't have cancer. So wild. I did my hour, like I said. I got to page like 124 of this. I don't know what it is. I'm not feeling it. I put it to the side, and I picked up this little book by Judith Sonnet, The Shriekarama Spook Show Experience. So this is like a retro horror, just like general horror book about this Miller Cinema. So it's this like historical movie theater where they're doing a spook show. So we're following this 15-year-old boy. He's like obsessed with old movies, and he goes to this cinema to see this spook show where they're showing a bunch of old movies, and then there's like a live aspect to it. So then we're also following this girl who like works for the company or whatever that's doing the live show. So she's gonna she has like a snake outfit on, and she jumps out at people and tries to like bite them. And then there's this other guy that's dressed like an ape, and he jumps out at people. So it has this like live aspect to it, and you know, sometimes there's like a magician that comes out, and it's cute. It's like a cute tribute to old movies and 50s and 60s horror. So if you like that, you might be into this one, but I haven't gotten super far into it. I'm only 42 pages in so far, but I like it so far. I really like the way that Judith sets up her stories, and she gives us some like backstory of what's going on and about the building, the movie theater, and like, you know, about these spook shows, and then you start learning about the characters. And I'm such a fan of the way that she sets her stories up, and it just immediately sucked me in, and I'm invested. I want to know what happens here. I want to know where this is gonna go. So yeah, I think I might actually spin the wheel for tomorrow. Tomorrow's my last day of doing this. Thank God, because this has been a struggle actually, like trying to do this while working full-time. Like you can see, like I don't have a life, so I'm gonna spin for tomorrow. I desperately need to edit this video, film another one. So oh, thank God, 2 hours. I got 2 hours for tomorrow, so I'm going to read between tonight and tomorrow for 2 hours. Oh, it's the next day. It's Saturday. I got progressively worse about vlogging as each day went on. But anyways, yeah, it's 6 o'clock. I am about to go eat dinner, but I just read for 40 minutes. I still have an hour and 20 minutes left on my timer of the day, but I just finished this Judith Sonnet book, so I wanted to talk about it. This morning I was cleaning, had some like errands to do, and yeah, just got home, walked on my walking pad, and finished this book. So I really liked this. You know, Judith is a huge movie buff and loves like older movies, and I think her knowledge of that subject really shines in this book. And like I said, this is like 50s, 60s feel, like retro horror. I don't know what this was supposed to be, but you are following a bunch of different perspectives of people working at this movie theater, and you know, things go wrong with this live aspect of the show, and like how, you know, there was supposed to be like a guy as an ape who comes out, and there was supposed to be, you know, a girl that was a vampire who comes out, and there was supposed to be a mummy, and it's like things start going wrong. You know, the mummy's acting really weird, there's a girl who's injured, and you know, they don't know. They start freaking out because they're like, is this part of the act, or is something a little more sinister going on that we don't know about? So that's kind of the vibe of this book. I think it was really fun. It was really well done. I really loved, you know, like all the different characters and the different things that were going on and the different perspectives. And I just thought that this was such a fun, easy read. There is like one kind of extreme horror scene that was like really gory and gross and bloody, but it wasn't like super extreme horror or anything like that. Like, this is more general horror, with, you know, like a little bit of gore thrown in there. Yeah, overall this was just a fun read and I really enjoyed it, and that's what reading is all about. I gave this 4 stars. I really loved the ending. Like, the last chapter, I was like, yes, I wanted something to happen to this person, and it was like better than what I wanted. So I really enjoyed this one a lot, and it's like there's all this commentary of like, oh, I wish we were back in the older days where times were better and the younger generations just like ruined our world and blah blah blah. And I just like how that theme kind of played out in this book. But yeah, overall a good time. I'm going to go eat dinner, like I said, and I'm gonna read more of Absorbed, hoping I can get a chunk finished and then give you a final review and wrap this video up finally. So it's actually the next morning. I finished this book last night before bed, like literally with 10 seconds left in my timer. An iconic moment, okay? I gave this book 2 stars. This was just so boring and so pointless to me. Like, it was very Riley Sager. It was over the top, like supernatural, went into this like weird territory for no reason, and then there was no resolution at the end, nothing happened, and like the book just ended. I'm sorry, like what the hell? And people are writing that this is like so amazing and so sad and they got so much insight from it and blah blah blah, and like I didn't feel any emotion reading this. I had zero connection to this main character. I just felt like this entire book was pointless. She was telling us like random little stories about her life, and like I just didn't really care. She told us about her parents, like because she was adopted, and like her parents were in the satanic cult. That kind of went nowhere. Like this entire book, it was just like things thrown at you that ended up going absolutely nowhere. It reminded me of like the new Riley Sager book that just came out. It's just pointless, and then it just ended. I don't really understand what this was supposed to be. It wasn't funny, it wasn't sad, it was not unhinged. It was like weird supernatural, and that's pretty much it. Like I just felt like this book was a waste of time. I gave it 2 stars. I mean, I debated giving it a 1, I'm not gonna lie. But like it was still like well written. I don't think it was necessarily like 1-star scream-worthy trash. It was just like 2-star boring, what the hell was this? That's what this book is. I don't really understand the point of this one. But yeah, that is it. Those were, I think I read what, 6 books this past week? Wild. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have a lot to edit. I love you, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.